G'day legends, and welcome back to another video. And today I thought I'd bring you some footage, some hands-on of the Slotit prototypes that are on display here at the Slotit Nationals held at Electric Dreams. I'm lucky enough to be here, and I do want to share with you some of the stuff that I'm seeing. So Maurizio was nice enough to allow me to bring this Slotit prototypes that are on display into the back room and show you a closer look for if you are at home and you can't be here. At least you can see what we are seeing on display at Electric Dreams. Let's kick off with a car that they have already done. There's some slight adjustments that's been done to it. It is the R35. I'm a big fan of this car, and some of the adjustments that they have done to this I think are the right move. Now, the main thing you're going to see is it sits a lot lower on the chassis now. So if you do have the R35 already, they do sit a lot higher. This one is sitting very low. I absolutely love the livery choice. Of course, this is a working, it's pretty much finished version of the car itself. I will see if I can get some track time on it. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but if I can, I will bring that to you at home. But this is looking really cool. We've got a beautiful looking livery. I'm a JDM fan, but I think the adjustments that they have made to the original mold, I think it's the right one. It sits nicely now. Those wheel arches are nicely filled out. So keep your eye on this. This one will be out, I'm guessing, very, very soon. Looks absolutely incredible. Let's move on to the Audi R8. Again, it's a pretty early print. We don't have any windows. I believe there is a cockpit in there. I'm not going to take these apart. I don't really want to take them apart if I'm being honest. We are just going to look at them as I've received them. But this is looking cool, really early print. We do have some rim prints going on. Of course, we have a full chassis. Again, it is printed. We are running a sidewinder here. It looks like, I think there is some interior in there, but again, I'm not going to take it apart. Let's look around the rear. I'm a huge Audi fan. I think this is a good move by Slotit. I can't wait to see what liveries they choose. But there we go. There is the Audi. So if you are looking for an Audi to add to your stable from Slotit, well, here is a version that is coming very soon. And I can't wait to see what liveries we choose. Let's move on to the Mantras. We do have two Mantras here. We've got the Shorty. Oh, no, we don't. We've got the long tail and the Shorty. Sorry, I'm looking over the top of the camera. These are incredible. When I saw them in the window, I was blown away. Let's take a quick look at the long tail first. Again, they are both sitting on the same chassis, I believe, and this one's just got the added long tail on it. Very smart move. You're getting two cars for the same pretty much mold. Looks really good. This is a highly detailed print. I'm quite surprised how far along it has come. We do have the cockpit. We've got the driver. I do love the front of this. It looks really cool. And some of the finer details that I'm only seeing now when I'm picking it up is that rear spoiler, how it's split across the rear. That looks really, really cool. Underneath, again, we're running the sidewinder. I guess if you put a guide in this, this will be your runner, but I don't think you'll be seeing this one going around any track soon. And on to the non-long tail, again, highly detailed, looks really, really good. Big fan of this. I didn't think I'd be a fan of a Mantra, but I am liking it. My choice out of the two is a long tail. Again, let's go around to the rear, some good detail on this one. And again, we do have a working model, but I don't think you'll be seeing this one go around the track either. It is a early print, and being a prototype, you don't want to damage it. But looking really good. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite of the two. I do like the long tail. I think it looks really, really good. Let's move on to the Chaparral. I'll quickly grab that one out. What blew me away straight away is how massive that rear spoiler is. Now let's have a quick look underneath. Yes, it is a working proto. I don't know if we can get this one around the track. If we're allowed to, I will, but you don't want to damage these. We do have a cockpit, so we do have a driver in there. Let's move around to the side. We've got the rims. But look at that rear spoiler. It's looking incredible. It's looking really, really good. I reckon this one's going to be a hot seller. What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And if I can get some of these around the track, I definitely will, but I might have to be extra nice to Maurizio to let that happen. And onto the Acura. We've seen some photos of this already surfacing online, and I did do a little short video the other day on this one. Looks incredible. Yes, it's finished in black. Again, I think this is a working proto. Yes, it is. Actually, I think this was out on track yesterday, so you might see some footage of that. If I can get some footage, I will show you, but this is looking the goods. I'm a big fan of it. What's your thoughts? Are you liking the new wave of these LMP1 style cars? I definitely am, but that looks the goods. Let's bring another proto. There is a couple on display as we speak. I'm going to bring an F1, let's call it an F1 22. Now this is looking incredible. Now unfortunately we don't have the rear wing. I think that's in Italy, but we do have the rest of the car to look at. Loving the front of this. Of course, it is modelled off the 2022 cars. Flip it up underneath, you can see some of the aero work. We do have the flat 6 RS motor, and there were some comments. I did post some pictures yesterday of if this has got steering. No, this is a Carrera digital chip. So I believe in the future you'll be able to hardwire a Carrera digital chip into this, so that looks really good. And I did speak to Maurizio about that. That is removable. Of course, you don't have to run the sensor, so that is your sensor for the chip, but that looks really good. And I believe he did take this for a spin around the track. So if I can get some footage of that, I will. We're very excited. I'm a big F1 fan. Again, we don't have the cockpit finish, and unfortunately we don't have the rear spoiler to show off, but it is modelled off the 2022, I believe. But that is, again, is looking the good. So if you're an F1 fan, there's more coming. I think this is the Orica. I believe this is, of course, has already been seen, but I think it's a nice car. I thought I'd just bring it in and show it off because that is, of course, a working proto. Looking really good. We've got a livery on this one. With the F1, I'm not too sure what the livery is going to be on it. Of course, that could be solid colours and you can put your own decals on it, but that is looking the goods as well. So the Orica, and last but not least, we have the Jag. And again, another working proto, which is, I'm very impressed with these because normally a prototype, I went to the UK Fest and not all of them were ready to run. And most of these are, I think 90% we could put around the track. Again, I'm loving the low wing. We do have the wheel covers, which they have been printed. They're on there. Let's flip around the other side. We do have the wheel covers underneath. Now we do have an inline configuration on this, and as you can see, it has been driven around the track. You can see the braids have been used. Well, that is looking wicked. I love how low it is. Good looking car. I can't wait to see that. Now, there is an announcement of a new car that Maurizio is going to be announcing this weekend. I do not know what it is. It's not part of this bunch, so stay tuned for that. And once I find out and it has been announced, I will try and get you some information on that if I can. I will chat with Maurizio. But there you go. There are the protos that are on display at the moment at the Nationals at Electric Dreams. A big thank you to Maurizio for allowing me to get my hands on these. Again, if I can get some footage of them running around the track, I most definitely will. Let's get them all in shot for the finale. And I'll probably put my favourite last, which, if I'm being honest, I cannot wait to see this one. But as always, at THATSLOTCARGUYOZ on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you everyone for watching. If I can get some footage, I will. But there you are, the Slotit prototypes that are on display at the USA Nationals here at Electric Dreams.